Okay, I can't take this seriously. You've seen the thumbnail and title, and you probably have a good idea what this video is about. Well, no, it's clickbait.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, hey, hold on. Let's not make any rash decisions. But to be fair, I made a video called I Wasn't Ready to Be a Father like 2 years ago. And, newsflash, I'm still not ready. So whilst this video isn't typically me talking about my questionable life decisions, I do have a pretty cool story for y'all. So about 2 years ago, I quit the only 9-to-5 job I ever had. Yeah, never doing that again. Doing crazy hours for trash pay. The working conditions in that place would have made the slave masters proud, bro. Anyways, this was way back then, on my last month working there. My coworker Rose and I had just opened up the office for the day, and we were cleaning up the equipment, getting the place set. And then our first customer of the day comes in. He says hi to us both, and that he needed to print some documents off of the internet. But as he walks further into the office, we can both tell that there's something off about him. He was moving real slow and slurring his words. Now, there wasn't anything particularly special about this guy. I mean, different kinds of people came into the office every day. But as I pulled a chair for him and he sat down beside me, I noticed a certain smell. Not cologne or body spray, but a very familiar smell. Herbal, if you will. And a huge smile appeared on my face. Suddenly, it made sense why he had the sunglasses on. My man was high as fuck. Now, at this point, I'd been sober for about a few months, but not by choice. You see, in Nigeria, good herbs aren't exactly cheap, bro. I'm already in the same tax bracket as SpongeBob, bro. I'm getting paid literal peanuts. I can afford to spend all of my salary on herbs. So he notices that I've got this huge smile on my face, right? And then he raises his sunglasses and he asks like, yo, what's up? I look at him and I notice that his eyes look perfectly fine, bro. He probably wasn't comfortable with those fat shades indoors anyway. So I'm like, you don't need your shades, man. Your eyes are fine. And his eyes light up the way mine did when I first smelled him. And he's like, oh shit. I thought I looked high. I'm like, nah, you all right. So I finish up his job, hand over the documents, and just as he's about to leave, he turns back to me and he's like, yo, I'm parked outside. You hit? Bro, there were fireworks going off in my brain. But I was at work. I had a job to do. It would be unethical of me to leave my place of business to indulge in such an activity. So I took my lunch break at 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay, maybe this video is about me making stupid life choices. Fast forward a couple minutes and we're in this car. Two complete strangers listening to good music and enjoying Mother Nature's finest. Very few things bring people together like good herbs, man. So after the first blunt, this dude busts out a 6-pack of canned Bullet, an alcoholic energy drink, and he offers me a can. My alcohol tolerance is usually high, but when I'm high on herbs, the difference between me falling asleep and getting knocked the fuck out is alcohol. Those two, not a great match, so I politely decline, but my man's drinking. Keep in mind, this shit's like 40% alcohol, and this dude is downing cans of it like it's water. After the 4th can, he was reaching for the 5th when his phone alarm goes off. He picks it up, looks at the time, and he goes, oh shit, man, you know how to drive? And I'm like, yeah, I can drive. And he goes, okay, I need you to drive me to the hospital. And I'm like, huh? Hospital for what? And then he goes, my wife's having a baby right now. A baby? Wow, congratulations, man. That's great. Why are you here smoking with a random stranger? And he's like, yeah, okay, let's go. Bruh, at this point, I was tripping. The herbs were already hidden, and I wasn't sure this was a good idea. Bro, we're both fucked up. I don't think I can drive. Which would you pick? A high driver or a drunk driver? I'm like, none, bro. A sober driver. Do you see a sober driver around? That's a bad point to make right now, man. What if I paid you? Paid me? 10K. I looked this man dead in the eyes. 10K? 10K. Bro, my salary for a month was 10K. I might have been high, but ain't no way I'm missing out on an opportunity to make money. So I get in the driver's seat, start the car, and start driving real slow. I'm trying not to go too fast that I lose control of the car, and part of me was praying that this man doesn't ask me to go any faster. But he's silent the whole drive. Doesn't say a word. We get to the hospital, and he goes inside. At this point, I'm considering all of my life choices up until this point. By now, it'd been at least 2 hours since I left work, and here I was, being a chauffeur to a man I met 2 hours ago after hotboxing his Toyota Camry. Bro. About 45 minutes later, he comes out of the hospital with a woman, and she looks quite upset. They appear to be having an argument at the entrance, and after a while, they both come back to the car. The woman approaches me, thanks me for helping her husband out, and asks for the car key. Now, I was stunned. His wife was supposed to be having a child, and here she was requesting the car keys from me, looking pretty normal. I mean, you don't see a woman who just had a kid walking around like nothing's happened, you know? I give him to her. They both get in the car, and she drives away. That was it. I didn't get my money, didn't get a ride back, nothing. I had no idea what I spent the last 2 hours doing. So I went back to work. Never saw the guy again. He never came back to the office, and soon enough, I completely forgot about the whole thing. I've been freelancing since I quit my job, so I mostly work from home these days. But sometimes, I still come by the office just to use it as a kind of a workspace when I'm bored or I just don't want to sit at home all by myself. So a few days ago, I went to the office. And would you believe that this guy was there? Not just him, but his wife, and she was carrying a little kid. Now, I was happy to see him, but I was also a bit confused. So he explained. See, what had happened was, he and his wife had been married for a few years, and they'd been unable to have any kids. She'd gotten pregnant a few times, but she always lost the baby. She really wanted kids, so they'd already started considering adoption. But he wasn't too keen on having any kids that weren't his. Well, the last time she got pregnant, they'd agreed to adopt a kid if she wasn't able to conceive. And as expected, she wasn't. The day after that was the day he came into the office, and what he came to get printed were a bunch of adoption papers. But he'd been so sad about the whole thing. Hence him being less than sober when he came into the office that day. And his wife being upset outside the hospital, that was because she just lost the baby the day before, and she wasn't pleased that he was off getting high with a stranger. A month or so had passed, and they went ahead with the adoption plans, but the day before it was set to be finalized, they realized that she was pregnant again, and this time, she had a baby boy. And now they were at the office to print the travel documents for a vacation abroad. Hearing this whole story made me really happy, especially because I haven't had the greatest year so far, but it was good to see people actually living and overcoming their odds. The moral of the story, I don't know, man. Depends on what you want to take away from it. Delay isn't denial. If things aren't working out the way you want right now, that's all right. When there's life, there's hope. Just keep at it. And most important of all, never forget to ask for your money.